History. I'm here with Rob and John Yip, Catholics for Catholic, and we're all doing what you're doing. We're talking about the black smoke and what that means, and well, I'll throw it to you, John. What do you think the black smoke means at this point?
I think it's just another day in Rome here. I mean, we're just sitting here. This is what you do when you wait for a pope. You just sit at Roman cafes right by, the Porta Sant'Anna, by the Vatican, and you just wait for the smoke. And, when it's white, we're just going to take off running. But it was just black, what, a half hour ago? So we're still in anticipation mode.
But it was on time.
It was on time, yeah. So literally, I just walked over here from meeting with a cardinal who had participated in the last conclave. He's now over 80. But he was in some of the, the pre-discussions before they went to the Sistine Chapel. He thinks it's going to be tonight, and I asked him why, and he says, now is when it gets very intense. Like when they break, this is when a lot of pressure starts being put on to break away from, to make these blocks be less firm and to start moving towards a candidate. Now, I don't know if that, and he doesn't know obviously right now what's happening, but in the past, he says that's what would happen at this point.
I'll give my 2 cents on this just as the politician here, and that is, the last time there were 20 less Cardinals than there are today. They were much more homogeneous than they were today. And if you go back and everyone says, oh, well, we've had, only 3 days, or the most has been 4 days. When they elected John the 23rd, there were 50-some Cardinals. Up until that point, over the years, it's always been an Italian. So you had a small pool of people that you chose from, and it was easy to work that out. Now you have people, legitimate players from every continent in the world, and the idea that, well, we're just going to all agree on that. If you're from Africa and you think you're the place where the church is alive and growing, you're not going to just say, oh, okay, we'll go with the Italian. I just think it's going to be a lot harder to get consensus, and that's why I agree. You and I have been talking about this, that we think that this is going to go on longer because this isn't just the Europeans deciding which European it's going to be.
Yeah.
It's the world deciding what direction the church is going to go, and that isn't, I don't mean to call into question your cardinal, that's not what your cardinal experienced last time.
Oh, I totally agree because, and John, you weigh in this too, when they were going in, they said they had no clue, so it was all over the place. I don't know what would happen after 3 votes. It doesn't bring clarity to me. I can't imagine.
They were saying before, I agree with you guys, I think Parolin is probably not going to get it, but
sounds like Cardinal Burke, too, has made a very strong, word on the street is that, he's made, kind of dug his heels in with the other conservative Cardinals. And they said, we will not move forward until we get a pope that's going to come back a little bit in direction. So if Cardinal Burke can hold that line, that like you just said, it might drag it on. However, there's the one caveat. These are men. This is the modern age. Yeah. They have been without their cell phones. How long can you last without your cell phone for more than 2 days? So come on. I mean, that might speed up things a little bit. We'll see.
Okay, you're hearing from the man on the street here at the cafe. Back to the rooftop.
All right. Thank you, Senator Santorum, Rob Astorino.